see here. We are now recording. So my name is Nick Wolf. I'll be your guide through this practicum class. It's a little bit, so I teach two different sections of this class. I teach one that's online that are 8-week quads, and then for our in-person Mesa College and Southwestern College, it's still online, but I'm a little more engaged with this one than I am the just straight online quad ones. You all have the same amount of terms. You have 3 terms, but your terms are full semester. So this term for you all takes you all the way through to the beginning of fall. Your second term takes you all the way through the beginning of spring. And then the third term takes you all the way through to the end of spring semester and into summer. And so you'll be done. So they're a little bit longer. And so it's just different. Another thing, there within each term, there are instruction videos. So if you want to just look at those, they're kind of describe every term. But what I want to do is I'm going to walk you through each term, what's due, when it's due, and then I'll go into what the practicum looks like. So for the first term, what you need to get done is if you look at the modules, there is no due date. Okay, no due date. The due date is by the end of the term. So by the end of the summer, you need to have these 3 things done. And the 3 things are, you're going to read a book called Pivot, and it's a great book. I'm assuming you are all doing your completing your degree because you want to make some sort of shift in your career or shift in your work life. This book, it is written by a former Jenny Blake is a former Google recruiter, and this is a great book. Gives you great tips and great tools to kind of identify what that next best fit is for you, and how to talk to your boss about whatever you're looking to do, potentially if you're planning on staying at your company, if you're planning on leaving your company, how do you make that shift? And so it's a great book, super easy read too. So you're going to read that book, and then you're going to write a 3 to 4 page paper, and you're basically going to answer these prompts. So this is 12-point font, APA, really, I guess, if you want to write it in APA. The main thing is I want you to really reflect on these 11 prompts, okay? And then you're going to turn it in, and that's one of your assignments for term 1. So before the end of the summer, read the book or listen to the book. They have it on audio tape, and then write this paper, okay? Next, you are going to create a 1-minute video cover letter. Basically, it's your 1-minute elevator pitch. Who you are, why you're studying business, and what you're hoping to do. And there's a bunch of examples of other ones in here, how the format is, it's all in here. So I just want you to again, you can videotape it on your phone. It doesn't have to be super professional, but you're going to do this 1-minute video cover letter, okay? That's your second assignment for this term. For your third assignment, I need you to upload your current resume into this spot right here so I can take a look at it. I'm also your dedicated career coach, if you didn't know that. And so I know you've probably already gone through the business communication class, but I can also jump in there and give you some insight into your resume. So for this term, before the end of the summer, before the start of the fall, I need you to finish those 3 assignments. And again, here's the term 1 video instructions if you want to look at that as well. And I'm always available to jump on a Zoom call with you, as long as I don't screw up and get it right. Any questions on term 1?
No, sir.
So far, so good.
Okay, perfect. The next term. This is the term, so this will be your fall semester. Fall semester. This is the term that I usually recommend students to do whatever practicum they're doing. And we'll, again, talk about that in a second, because there's only one assignment, and the only assignment is I need you to submit either a letter of recommendation from a previous employer, or because you have LinkedIn and you're going to connect with me on LinkedIn, I'd like you to request a recommendation through LinkedIn, and then upload that into Canvas. And I'll show you kind of what that looks like. So if you go to, oh, that's sweet. If you go to, so I'm going to go to mine here. You can go down here to, now I'm not talking about endorsements for skills. I'm talking about recommendations that people have written for you. And all you have to do is go into your LinkedIn, do add, and it'll say ask for a recommendation. So you can ask somebody, one of your previous professors, or one of your teammates, or one of your former bosses, and ask them for a recommendation to put on LinkedIn. This is way more impactful and way more important than a letter of recommendation. When recruiters go to look at your profile after you've submitted an application for a new job, one of the first places they go to is they look at your recommendations to see if you have any recommendations. So I think this is a great opportunity to ask. And you could just tell your boss or whoever you're asking, hey, I'm doing this for an assignment for my practicum class. Would you mind writing me a recommendation for LinkedIn? Okay. And this is where you're going to do it under recommendations. So the only assignment you have for an entire semester for my class, now I know you got other classes you're doing, but for this class, the only assignment you have is this letter of recommendation. Questions?
No, sir.
I love it. Hey,
Clear.
keep my dog. Hey. Sorry, guys. Hey, I need you guys. Sorry, I've got dogs and kids coming into my house. Sorry. Okay, perfect. Okay, last but not least, term 3. This will be spring semester. Okay, and again, there's a video instruction for term 2, and there's a video instruction for term 3. This will be your spring semester. This will be the last term. There are 2 pretty big assignments for this term. The first, not huge, but they're a little robust. So here, you're going to write a paper on a case study for an ethical dilemma based on Hosmer's ethics of management. And what we have here is the first thing you're going to do is read chapters 1 through 4 of the Ethics of Management by Hosmer. Now, really quick. We don't have to open that up yet. Really quick. If you go down here to Hosmer's chapters, you're going to click on that, and you don't have to buy them. I've uploaded all the chapters in there in PDF. So you just go through here, and it'll bring it up, and they're super short reads. Yeah. So here it is. You're going to read these 4 chapters. Okay. Then you're going to watch these ethical dilemma videos. Okay. Now the directions, what you're going to do is you're going to review the 4 chapters, watch Dr. Weiss's business ethics videos, and then you're going to write the paper based on Sarah, I think it's the Sarah Goodwin case study. And it basically is, she's got a dilemma she's got to deal with. Her boss wants her to sell some stuff that's that is out of date, but she knows it's wrong, but they're going to lose money if they don't, that kind of thing. And you're going to write it, you're going to base it on the case analysis. You're going to analyze an ethical dilemma study using the 3 lenses, either economic, legal, and ethical duty. Okay, what are those 3? Now, there's a couple of examples in here, and all the instructions and everything, and kind of what it should look like is all here. So here's basically the title page. I have it all outlined here for you. Title page, an introduction, the case analysis. Again, it's the Sarah Goodwin. You're going to define the moral problem. You're going to look at the economic analysis, the legal analysis, the ethical duty, and then you're going to make a recommendation. Should she do what her boss tells her to do, or do what her conscience tells her to do? Okay, so that's the big paper, but it's like 3 to 4 pages, right? Maybe 5 pages if you really want to drone on, but just a good 3 to 4 pages is good for me. Okay. The other thing you're going to do, really, actually, that's it. That's it for term 3. Okay. That's the only assignment you have for term 3. I'll get to the last assignment here in a second, but you can do that in any one of the 3 terms. But any questions on the term 3, the ethical paper? I'm assuming no. Okay. Now, this is really last but not least. At any time during any of the 3 terms, you will need to do a 60-hour practicum. Okay. You will need to do a 60-hour practicum. What you need to do to start that practicum, before you even start it, you need to submit your practicum proposal, okay, as well as these 3 required signature forms. So, and again, there is a practicum instruction video. Here's what the practicum can look like. If you are currently working, right, which many of you probably are, if you are currently working, then you can ask your boss to take on a special project. So if you're working in, HR or, or supply chain, you say, hey, boss, I've got this assignment I need to do. Is there, I know we're talking about redoing the policies for this. I'd like to be a part of helping rewrite those. And so you're going to basically do this special project. Or if you're in HR and you want to actually do a little bit of marketing, you basically would go through and you'd say, hey, boss, I know I'm doing HR. I'd like to actually look at marketing. What does that look like? Can I do that? So you're going to basically do 60 hours of a special project within your current job. Okay, that's one option. Second option, you can do an internship, right? You can go out and you can find an internship. I can help you find an internship. And then you do that internship for 60 hours. Okay, so that's your second option. Your third option is you can do a service learning project. We, in the Fermanian School of Business, really believe, and just in business in general, we believe that philanthropy should be a main focus of anybody in business. And so we're giving you an opportunity to go and volunteer for a nonprofit. Maybe it's a nonprofit you already work with. Maybe it's with your church. Maybe, whatever. It's something you want to do. Maybe it's related to a deal, a problem we're dealing with here in San Diego. Whatever it is, you can do a 60-hour service learning project with a nonprofit. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4, if you own your own business, if you're an entrepreneur, then what you can do is you can actually do a strategic initiative with your current company, the company that you own. Basically, we want you to write a strategic plan to make some meaningful change within your business. Those are your 4 options. It's 60 hours, so it's not a ton. And so what you're going to do is you're going to submit in Canvas a practicum proposal. Like, here's what I want to do, Nick. And then tell me why you want to do it. And then you're going to submit these 3 signature forms. Okay. At the end of that practicum, the last assignment you're going to do is, or it could be the first assignment if you're doing your practicum now, is you're going to write, you're going to basically submit a final practicum research report. And here it is. You're going to read like this little handout. Oh, that's the rubric for it. Here's the directions for completing the final practicum report. There's a couple of examples in here. You're going to read this Fresh Faces article. Here's some other examples. And you're basically going to write this report on what your experience was doing this practicum. What did you learn? How can you compare it to other classes you've done? What are you looking to do with it now? And so, and this is again 2 to 3 pages, not a ton. And you're going to base it on this article, this Fresh Faces article, okay? And it's right there. And so you need to turn that in basically by the end of the 3rd term, or you can turn it in after you finish your practicum hours. And you can do the practicum hours in any of the 3 terms. Totally up to you. Okay. And then last but not least, you need to, here's the evaluation. You're going to, when you're done with your practicum hours, you're going to basically send this link to your boss, whoever your mentor or whoever you're working with on this practicum. You're going to send this to them. It's a Qualtrics link, and they're going to do a survey and send it back to me. And it's right there. So that's it. Any questions?
Yeah, Nick, real quick. Hi, this is
Yeah,
Jose,
Jose.
from
Yeah, man.
Of course. Hi. So I had a question specifically, I guess, regarding like if you own your own business,
Yeah.
who would that survey go to? Like my
Well,
business partner? Would it be?
Yeah. So your business partner, or ideally we'd like to have you find somebody to help mentor you through whatever project you're going through. But yeah, it could be your business partner.
Okay. Gotcha.
Without a doubt.
Thank you.
Not trying to make it, I don't want to make it difficult for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Other questions?
No, sir. Everything pretty straightforward. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Everybody else good? Okay, I'm going to stop recording. And